On March 11th, 2011, this is Pulling You number 51, Slam Bidding Day 11 Part 2. Welcome, Bridge friends. It's Michael here at Bridge Hands, and we're going to speak more on Blackwood versus RKC 1430. Okay, let's begin. On our first hand, West is the dealer. In spades, Ace, King, 10, 6 times, 7 high, and looks like 2 distribution. We'll call it 9 points. In hearts, great suit. Ace, King, Queen, 4 times. There's 9 points. 9 and 9 makes 18 in the majors. In diamonds, King, Doubleton, another 3. 18 and 3, 21 points. And in clubs, King 3 times, 21 and 3, 24 points. Wow, that's a very nice hand, isn't it? We like the fact that we have a lot of quick tricks. Very good hand. We'll open 2 clubs. Over to the East hand, Jack 3 times. Well, that's not good, but when our partner opens 1 no trump or above strongly, we'll count it for 1 point. In hearts, 3 little, no help. In diamonds, Jack 4th. Well, there's another Jack floating around. We'll count it for 1. It's a little bit soft, though, isn't it? 2 points. Aha! In clubs, though, much nicer. Ace, Queen, Jack, 3 times. Well, there's another 7 points. So 7 and 2 makes 9 points. Do we want to go 2 no trump or 2 diamonds? Well, probably 2 diamonds. We have a little bit of a soft hand here, so 2 diamonds is our response. Back to the West hand. Well, no doubt 2 spades is coming with Ace, King 6 times, forcing bid 2 spades. And to East hand, well, we're happy now that we've got that Jack of spades after all. So with our Ace, Queen, Jack, we should probably go ahead and bid strongly, do you think? Or do you want to go 4 spades and sign off? Slow shows, fast and eyes. Well, this East decides to bid 3 spades. We'll come back to that. Now over to the West hand. Well, we have controls in all of the suits, so we can be the asker for no trump. And for no trump response coming from the East hand, if we're a 1430 style of Blackwood, the first step is 1 or 4, the first part of the 1430, and they would bid 5 clubs. If we happen to be a traditional Blackwood player, the first step is 0 and the second step is 1. So it'll either be 5 clubs or 5 diamonds, depending upon how you like to roll your Blackwood bids. Next, if you're a 1430 style bidder, you will want to know about the status on the trump queen. So you will make the next step after 5 clubs. You'll bid 5 diamonds to say, do you have the trump queen over to East? And East, not having the trump queen, would say 5 hearts. So what have we learned here? One of the factors we learned is that West had 6 spades, and we knew that supporting it with the East, there was 3. So it's a 9-card suit, so even though we don't have the trump queen, there's a chance we might drop it. It could be a doubleton or a singleton. So the chances of being 2-2 by the opponents is 40%. It's more likely it's 3-1. That's 50%. So that's a consideration, although we do get a lot of bonus points going to slam. But here's one of the factors for the 1430 RKC type of bidders. When they're missing one of the aces and hearing that there is an ace missing from East and missing the trump queen, they would be probably more likely to sign off unless they want to go for it. And for the Blackwood bidders, well, they would probably go ahead and say, with all of the controls in the West hand, knowing that there is 1 ace, they're probably going to go ahead bidding slam. So let's see how we do. Let's take a look at some extra considerations that we maybe should have considered being a Blackwood or even a 1430 style player. First off, we have a real benefit for the Ace King of trump, don't we? That's a very good positive. And how about over in that diamond suit? King Doubleton. Not the best holding. We would rather that be accompanied by some other honors if we did have to make a finesse. This is kind of just hanging out there and knowing our partner has one of the aces in the minors. If it turns out they have the ace of clubs, this might not be so good. How about those secondary honors in the trump suit? Yes, the 10 and the jack, those are positive assets, aren't they? They can be useful to do a finesse. So if the hand on the south happens to have the queen, we can do a repeated finesse. Well, that's a plus. Well, what else? Well, that Jack 4th of diamonds, turns out it didn't help us at all, did it? In this situation opposite King Doubleton, we're missing the ace-queen, and we don't have an accompanying 10 on either hand. we can't really do a repeated finesse, can we? So that's a problem. If the hand in the north has the ace, eventually we're going to have to pay the piper, aren't we? We're going to have a problem. Do you see anything else that's a problem with this hand? Look at the east hand just a little bit more. Yes, it's a 4-3-3 hand, isn't it? So when we bid 3 spades, did we consider that we are having a 4-3-3, that our hand has no roughing power? That we did have 2 jacks, even though one was a jack of trump? So there are some things that are beyond RKC or Blackwood. It's easy to get in love with the convention, but some of these other attributes should be considered. Extra trump, that can be a plus. The trump honors, that can be a plus. The shape certainly can be a negative, and the fact that we've got these 2 jacks certainly doesn't help us too much either, does it, except in the trump suit. Okay, off to hand number 2. West is the dealer in spades. King, queen, 10, 5 times. 5 high, 1 distribution. 5 and 1 is 6. In hearts, ace, queen, 3 times. Another 6 makes 12. In diamonds, king doubleton, another 3 makes 15. And in clubs, very nice, touching king, queen, third. 5 points. 15 plus 5, 20 points. Open, 1 spade. Over to east. Ace 4 times, 4 points. In hearts, king third, 3 more makes 7. In diamonds, 3 babies, no help. And in clubs, ace fourth, 7 plus 4, 11 points. Jump to 3 spades, invitational. Back now to West. Well, we have controls in each of the suits with 20 points. Do you want to go ahead and bid slam? Ask for Blackwood? All right, if you want to, we'll go ahead for no trump. And over to east hand. How do we respond? Well, if you're a 1430, the first step is 1 or 4. The next step is 3 or 0. 2 without is hearts, 5 hearts. If you happen to be a Blackwood bidder, well, the third step also, 5 hearts, right, with 2 aces. So however you roll it, you're going to be bidding 5 hearts. Now then, back to West. Well, you had the queen, so you knew that all along anyway. With 3 controls, what do you want to do now? Do you want to bid slam, or do you want to go ahead and bid 5 spades? That's the question. Probably a lot of people are going to bid 6 spades. Let's take a look at some of the positive and negative attributes of this hand. Okay, first off, king doubleton of diamonds. As we saw in the previous hand, same problem here, isn't it? Here we have it opposite 3. We don't even have a jack or a 10 to go with it here. So that's a problem suit. Now, if we get a chance to pitch somewhere, that's fine. We can go ahead and pull trump, do a pitch over onto the dummy hand. That's good. But can we do that here with the east hand? Let's take a look at that. First off, we like the fact that we have the ace of trump over in the east hand. That's a positive. Then there's this negative that we spoke about. Look at this. Over in the east hand, once again, the old 4-3-3, and this time it's opposite a 5-3-3-2. Last time it was a 6-3-2-2, a little better chance. But here, with mirrored values in the clubs and in the heart suit, we've got a problem, don't we? Nowhere to pitch anything on the clubs, nowhere to pitch anything on the hearts. No finesse opportunities on either of those suits. So our problem is the diamond suit, isn't it? So if the ace is opposite us in the north hand, well, we're in deep trouble. So you can see we have some problems in hand evaluation. No, there's not really a lot of it. I'm not suggesting that east had misbid. With 3 controls, 2 aces and a king, they're going to jump to 3 spades. That's fine. Even with a 4-3-3, it's the right bid. Over here into the west hand then, well, we really wanted to have partner with 3 aces, didn't we? And that's not going to happen most of the time. With the 3 spade bid, they're likely to have 2 primary honors. On a good day, they have 3. This is a good day. They had 3 primary honors. They didn't have some extraneous jacks floating around. We actually would have liked it if East did have the queen of diamonds. In this situation, it would have been where we would not have had more than one loser in the diamond suit. But as luck in life would have it, it's not always perfect, is it? So sometimes we get these scenarios where we have mirrored values. But perhaps we can go back and do the bidding a little bit better. This is kind of the theme, isn't it? We're saying that the 1430 RKC is not the universal panacea. It's not always a solution. Let's take a look at the same hand again, doing the bidding a little bit differently this time. So, okay, it starts 1 spade, 3 spades. Rather than to do 4 no trump, I ask if you wanted to have another option. What might that be? Well, even though you do have controls in all of the suits, this King Doubleton is a little bit of a soft control, is it not? So how about if you just Q-bid your control? Remember the Q-bids? Oh yes, they're still here alive and work very well. We don't always have to use the 1430 hammer or the Blackwood hammer. We can consider bidding 4 clubs to bid controls up the line. And after 4 clubs, we're hoping to hear 4 diamonds from righty over on the east hand. But do we get that? No, they don't have it. So what do they bid in response to Q-bidding controls? Well, they'll bid 4 hearts. They'll Q-bid the King of Hearts. Aha! Now at this point, what do we know? We know that we have a problem on this diamond suit, don't we? We might still want to go ahead and bid 4 no trump, see if we can get any extra encouragement. But what we're going to hear is this 5 heart response. We're going to know that partner, yes, has 2 aces, but one of them is not the ace of diamonds. We heard that loud and clear when we heard the 4 heart response, right? So the point is, Blackwood, RKC, 1430, whatever style you like, it isn't always going to provide us a solution. We do have these factors to discover where we might have a problem in a side suit, where we don't have the ace or the queen. Okay, very good. Let's try the next hand. Again, West is the dealer in spades, king 5 times. How do you feel about the suit? Well, it doesn't have a lot of primary honors in the suit, so we're going to go ahead and just count it for 3 points at this point in time. In hearts, ace, queen 4 times. There's another 6 points. Very nice. Got some potential for finesse. 6 and 3 makes 9. In diamonds, king, queen, tight. 5 points, yes. No. 5 points, no. Unless our partner has bid the suit, when we have a tight suit with king, queen, or queen, jack, just count 1 point. So let's count it for 4. 4 and 9 makes 13. In clubs, queen doubleton, how many? Well, we'll give it 2, 2-ish. I'm not sure. It's better than jack third, I believe, but queen doubleton, a little bit soft, so we'll say 15-ish in terms of our hand evaluation. We'll certainly open 1 spade. Over to the east hand. East, you like the spade suit already. In spades, ace 5 times. That would be 4. 1 more for distribution, at least 1 more, so 5-ish points over on that side. In the heart suit, king doubleton. There's another 3 points, at least 8. In diamonds, a doubleton, no points there. Oops, yes, we do get some points. We have roughing points, don't we? With 3, we might count ourselves for 1. With 4, for sure. With 5, definitely we get a roughing point here. So we'll go ahead and have 8 plus 1 is 9 points. And in clubs, ace, king, 4 times. Well, there's 7 more, is 16. What is your response? Well, for those of you who play the Jacoby 2 no trump convention, you can certainly bid that to show you have opening hand values and at least 4 trump. And if you don't play that, you're probably going to have to go right to Blackwood bid, 1430, whatever style you play. You could bid 2 clubs as a temporizing bid. Your partner's going to bid 2 hearts. You then have no bid other than to do 4 no trump at this point in time, and your partner will give a key card response as though hearts were trump, and we don't want that. So to avoid complications, if we don't play Jacoby 2 no trump, we're going to go right to 4 no trump. Okay, in response to 4 no trump, how many key cards do we have? We have 1 for the ace of hearts. We have 1 for the king of diamonds. So we're going to go ahead and bid 2 without. We do not have the trump queen, right? 1 or 4, then 3 or 0. 2 without is going to be 5 hearts. How about for those Blackwood bidders? Well, you're going to show that you have just 1, aren't you? You're going to bid the diamond suit, the second step. So 5 diamonds or 5 hearts, depending upon the style you play. Okay, after this point in time, what have we learned? Well, for the 1430, we've learned that there's 2 keys, either 2 aces or 1 ace and a trump king, and no trump queen. For the Blackwood style bidders, we've learned there's 1 ace out there in the red suits. It's either in the heart or it's in the diamond suit. They don't know about the status of the trump queen, but do they really care? I don't think so. With a 5-5 in a suit, it's likely the queen is going to drop doubleton. 3-0 only happens 22% of the time. So we go for slam to get the slam bonus point. We don't worry about a 1 and 4 odd against us. So we're going to go ahead and bid 6 spades. Now let's talk about the pluses and the minuses of this hand. First off, how do you like the spade suit? You love it when your partner bids spades, didn't you? And what about the shape? Remember the shape? Yeah, 5-4-2-2. You recall the first hand, it was a 6-3-2-2, and then we had a 5-3-3-2. Do you kind of get the drift here? Having tripleton suits is not as good as having more shapely hands, and this is one of those more shapely. Even better if it was a 5-4-3-1 or a 5-5-2-1, but we can't have it perfect, so this is a very good shape. And we like that we have extra trump, don't we? Anything else about this hand? Yes, those controls. We have 1 in spades. We have 1 in hearts. We have 2 in clubs. Controls are good things. Controls are our friend in slam bidding, right? And it's not where we always need to use RKC or Blackwood. Sometimes bidding controls, as we learned, is enough to get us to slam. Okay, very good. Let's go ahead and summarize what we've learned today. So let's pull back and take a look at the big picture. We learned about science and we learned about common sense. Which do you think is more important? Well, I guess it depends on your perspective. It would be nice to have both, but certainly common sense is a biggie, isn't it? For you 1430 or RKC bidders, we learned that the first step is 1 or 4 for the 1430, 3 or 0 for the RKC bidders. And after that, if we're looking for the trump queen, then we have a queen ask and a queen response. First step, no. Second step, yes. By the way, when we do a Blackwood response, we give a chance for the opponents to double our artificial bid, right? They can use that for lead direction. So if we have a king and they have a ace-queen, you can bet that they're going to be doubling that suit for lead direction. So if we do a queen response and it happens to be an artificial suit, that's 2 chances for them to double an artificial bid if we're responding with the king missing the ace-queen. Interesting. Okay, well, getting back to science, the next step would be 2 without or 2 with, the third and fourth step. Okay, that works well. And then after that, the king ask, which the Blackwood bidders can also use. But what else should we consider from a common sense perspective? We've learned quite a few important parts. First off, don't automatically go to Blackwood, whether it's 1430, regular classic Blackwood. Consider those times when you should be Q-bidding controls. You might be able to get more information at a lower level. You might be able to let the bid come from the partner's side, where if they're doing a 1430 type of response, they can get the information at a lower level. So don't be so quick to jump into science when common sense will prevail. What else? Shape. Oh yes, shape matters. We talked about 5-5-2-1s, 5-4-3-1s, 5-4-2-2s, the 5-3-3-2s, the 4-4-3-2s, and oh yes, the 4 triple-3s, the pancakers. So certainly when we have more shapely hands, when we're in slam territory, it's an important asset. Next, limit bids. When we're playing Blackwood style and one of the players has limited themselves and we then do an ace ask, we are more likely to be able to determine where the trump king is. If we have a lot of kings, there's only one spot for remaining honor. It happens to be in the trump king or trump queen. Use that when you're a Blackwood style player. How about the unguarded kings? Yes, those can be a problem. We saw some where there's king doubleton that can be problematic suits. So if you have a unguarded king, you would hope it would be accompanied by a jack, so at least you have a chance for finesse, a 50-50 opportunity. And lastly, primes. Aces and kings are our friends. Primary honors are good things in bridge. Even singletons can be useful. Well, certainly when we're in slam territory, we like to have an ace and a king, or at least an ace or a king, accompanied by partners' reciprocal value. Okay, everyone, that completes Pulling U51 Part 2. Hope you enjoyed the show. In that lesson, we learned about benefits of using common sense. Yes, science has its place, so if you're a 1430 Roman keycard Blackwood type of bidder, fine, just don't lose sight. There are a lot of tools that happen before we get up to that high level, before we get up to 4 no trump. So be sure to capitalize on common sense before you launch into the science. Okay, that completes part 2. So those of you who are the free memberships, we'll look forward to seeing you again soon, another day. And those of you with the premium and ultra membership, great. Come on down, sign in, and we'll have some more exciting hands with bidding and play. Okay, all, thank you for coming, and we'll look forward to seeing you soon. Bye for now.